Welcome to Mattress Talk TV. I'm your host, Phil Damerman, and today we're starting a new series on foam. Now, they use foam a lot as layers of cushioning, as we saw in some other episodes. We're talking today primarily foam as the support layer for a mattress. So mostly all foam. At the turn of the century, as we talked earlier, coils were the big thing. Everybody was coming out with them, but they were fairly thin, didn't have a lot of cushioning, mostly cotton, and were pretty hard. In the late 20s, early 30s, they started developing latex mattresses. Some people call it foam rubber. It's actually rubber. It's the milk out of a rubber tree. They tap it. Most of this comes out of Malaysia, gets shipped overseas to us, and then it gets processed and poured and comes out looking like this. Latex was very soft, very supple. It was very popular, but very expensive as well. So not as many people used it, but people that had latex mattresses swore by them and would come back and buy them again and again. In the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, latex was the foam. It's the only foam that was available. Now, in the late 50s, they started developing a thing called polyurethane foam. This is a petroleum-based product and much less expensive to manufacture than the rubber mattresses. It gave you kind of a similar feel. It wasn't quite as plush. The characteristics of the foam was a little bit different, but a big fraction of the cost. So the polyurethanes kind of took off. It was used in cushioning layers, also full cores, in quilting. It really put a hurt on the latex companies. Now, a lot of the big companies, Firestone, Goodrich, Goodyear, all had divisions that made mattress cores. They all quit making those by the mid-70s. There just wasn't as much demand for it. It was just too expensive. Polyurethanes were big. It was the only thing really going until NASA started developing foam for the space shuttle. They needed something that they could use in the seating and couches and things for liftoffs, so the astronauts could equalize pressure points. So there was a company that heard about this technology and they picked up on it and brought it to market. That company is Tempur-Pedic. Everybody's heard of memory foam beds. They are the original guys that did that. There's a lot of imitators now, Comfort-Pedic, there's just a lot of different ones out there. But Tempur-Pedic was the original. The interesting thing there is Tempur-Pedic actually makes their own foam. If you buy a memory foam mattress from any other company, they buy that foam from a foam manufacturer. Tempur-Pedic has control over the product they build, and they do have some patents on the processes. Viscoelastic foam is a polyurethane foam, but it's a completely different cell structure and different support, and we'll look at that in later episodes. The thing with memory foams, they are on the expensive side. Because of that, latex has made a resurgence. Now latex is in the running with those type of products. It's a green product. It's rubber out of a rubber tree, so it's natural. It tends to have a softer, more supple, plusher feel. So it does have a place on the market. So if you go out shopping, two of the things that you're going to see a lot of these days will be the memory foams and the latex. So what we're going to do in our next episode is we're going to focus on latex and talk about that. So check back with us. Thanks for watching Mattress Talk TV.